This is Amy Bacon with Spirit Pathways, and I'm here with this week's reading. This is for today, Monday, March 20th, through this coming Sunday, March 26th, 2017. So happy Spring Equinox! Today, since I'm filming this on Monday, March 20th, is Spring Equinox. It's the first day of spring. And this is wonderful energy for your personal renewal. It's time for your fresh growth and new beginnings and enhanced expectations for positive outcomes. It's time to drop whatever you've been doing that's old and stagnant and not making you happy. Ride the wave this week of abundant, fresh new ideas that are in alignment with where you want to be. No more loyalty to things that don't honor your heart's desires. Let old baggage drop off as you embrace your lighter path. And you've been doing this work. You've been working on this for a long time, all this emotional growth. So give yourself credit for the emotional growth that you've achieved since the beginning of this year. Really, they're trying to make me say since the beginning of last year, because 2016 was a big year for lessons and growth and shifting and all kinds of stuff. So you've been doing the work, and now you're ready to plant your seeds in anticipation for exactly what you want to harvest in your life. The spring equinox is when everything shifts, so you can recognize these delightful buds and the fresh new growth around you that herald the wonderful abundance that's preparing to bloom in your life. And I have to share this. They're showing me a tree, that winter tree that's stark and barren. And then they show it's erupting with fresh green leaves and big bright blossoms that are ripening into juicy fruit. This is your tree of life. This is your life. So embrace all that goodness for how you want things to grow in your life. What do you want to harvest? What are your goals? Fantastic energy with this spring equinox for that positive new growth. So take some time this week to pay attention to your heart. What are your heart's desires? What are you ready to really let go of and now authentically allow to bloom in your life? So we've got our cards for this week. Angel Tarot cards, Doreen Virtue, Radleigh, Valentine. And we've got our 9 cards. Oh, wow. I feel like we get justice every single week, so I'm going to really pay attention to this and figure out why we keep getting justice. Okay, pardon my hesitation here, but the guides, and I'm just going to say, just for a quick little minute, how I work, how I do these videos. These videos for me are spirit coming through with the messages for you. What I do before the video is I specifically tune in to what I call my counsel. And they are connected to your counsel, actually. This is why this video can apply to everyone. Everyone who's drawn to watch it. Your counsel is participating as well to give you the special message that and how it applies to you for that week, each week. So today, this is very cool. My guides are showing that I need to read this spread a little bit differently from how we've been doing this. So this is Spring Equinox fresh energy, because I'm asking, when I saw justice, I was asking, here it is again. I really need to understand why we keep getting this. So this is what they want me to do. We're going to read it diagonally. These 3 cards completely go together and are very meaningful, as are these three. Then these cards are the peripheral. I'm going to read those last, so I'm moving them out, and I'll bring them back in so you can see them more properly. Okay. We're going to start with this diagonal. Justice, the Wheel, and the Emperor. And this is why. Justice and the Emperor are sort of both ends of the Justice card. You've got Justice here with Archangel Radleigh. They're showing this is a card of decisions. And it's also action. This figure is full of movement and action. So this is about taking action on your decisions. But first they want to give you a bit of background. So the background is all the decisions that you've made in your life that comprise your past have led you to where you are today, right now. And all the decisions that you make from this day forward carry you to your future. Each decision is like a little stepping stone in the path of your life. So Justice is reminding you to pay attention to your decisions, the balance of making wise decisions, and the sword represents wisdom. So paying attention to your knowledge and your wisdom and your experience to make wise decisions. They're also pointing out how so many people get stuck in the past. So many people that I do readings for, they're looking backwards. They want to tell the story of the past and explain what happened. And, that's all fine and good, but there's no energy there anymore. The energy is where you are right now and where you're going. What's happening next? What's the future? So, to make your future unfold in the best manner possible, you have to have the wisdom of your past. So yes, it's important to delve into and understand the past. And the guides are showing me Buddha and how Buddha needed to understand all of his past lives. And with that understanding, he could shift into that space of enlightenment because he had all the knowledge. He had all the experience and the wisdom, and as do you, in all of your past lives and your past in this life. So Justice says, take that wisdom, and where are you going with it? It's fine and good to do the inner work and analyze things, but Justice reminds you you've got to take action with it. This complete movement in this beautiful angel, Archangel Radleigh, who's taking action and making decisions and moving forward. So, beautiful balance for you there. The message, I think, is just pulling everything from the past for your understanding now for how you want to move forward. And taking action by actually making decisions. So very powerful energy there. I'm going to do this one next. The Wheel. So this says things are flowing in your life. Even if you're not making decisions, things are flowing. And so you can't, keep neglecting making decisions, because then all you're doing is creating chaos or complete stagnation. So Archangel Michael says the wheel is already flowing. And you've got all this help here. All three of these cards are major arcana. You've got Archangel Radleigh and 2 Archangel Michaels. So allow them to assist you in how you want your life to flow. Your life is flowing, but right now, this 10 says you're at a doorway. You're standing on the threshold, and you need to lift your foot and carry your body through that doorway, because once you do, the 10 reduces to a 1, and that's your new beginning. I'm now in this new space, and it's exciting. It's Spring Equinox energy. How do I want to do this? This is a time of positive change. Things are going to move forward, and fortune is on your side because you've been watching the videos and you've been paying attention and you have understood all this energy that I explain every week with new moons and full moons and eclipses and, spring equinox energy. It's all for your advantage, for you to really pay attention to your heart and how you want your life to be to move forward. So, using those decisions and justice, which is also fair outcomes for all, your life is flowing. And then the beautiful energy of the Emperor, more Archangel Michael. He is solid, just decisions that make sense to you and create all that root chakra stability in your life. On the tarot deck, he's got 4 ram's heads, which is a lot of taking action for stability, energy, organization and logic, structure and discipline, using your leadership skills. And see, he's got the sword again. And this time it's not, swishing through the air like it was with justice. It's just standing there leaning against him to remind you that you have the knowledge, you have the experience, and you have all the wisdom to make the decisions that are the best for your life. And I love this, I don't know if it's a guitar or a mandolin behind his sword, but that reminds you to lighten up, just allow a little mystical goodness into all this solidity, all this emperor, powerful, we're going to get the life right, this is root chakra, getting all that security and stability and protection in place, which is what Archangel Michael does best. So those decisions give, you have confidence in your decisions, and your decisions give you confidence. So as you take all this fluid action with the wheel turning, it makes sense to you. You are in charge of your free will. Now as our diagonal goes the other way, we've got the Queen of Fire. Lovely, more taking action, creative energy. Queens are solutions. So she says you're taking action in confident, warm, intelligent, and graceful ways that bring more creativity into your life. Stretch your wings and fly. Try those new ideas. Your having those ideas is not random. They're not going to drop things into your head that you can't do, because that wouldn't make any sense. Those ideas that make your heart swell, they're trustworthy. Even the little ideas that haven't made your heart swell yet, they're building. These are trustworthy guidance for you. This is your guides communicating with you, showing you aspects of the blueprint of your life to help you get, activate that path, get going on that goodness for you. Don't underestimate yourself. I absolutely adore that. You are amazing. So please assert your independence and your creativity. Realize Archangel Michael is giving you a lot of protection around this. Don't feel vulnerable and don't feel, that you're just not sure. Go ahead and take those steps for this wonderful stretching your wings and expanding your horizons and all the things you want to enjoy in your life energy. Because the wheel is turning. Your life is flowing. It's all good. Justice and the Emperor, the Queen of Fire, and this beautiful awakening card are all contributing to that wheel in the center of this diagonal spread for your life. This is the Hanged Man in the Tarot. So this is a bit of meantime energy, but it's also fantastic awakening time. Archangel Gabriel to help you understand really, really what it is that you want. and also to help you understand that there are things in this wheel on the outside. Here you are in the middle, and on the outside of this wheel there are factors in the world spinning, things happening with careers and love and health and all the things that you're interested in, other factors beyond your control. I know the control freaks will hate that, but those other factors are spinning, they're mulling, they're formulating. Shift and change is happening in other spaces that is necessary for experiences to come into your life. And so the best examples they're showing me are, say you're job hunting and you're feeling like you're not finding the job. Well, it's because perhaps there's a company or a position that needs to free up for you, and that hasn't freed up yet. But when it does, then it comes into your, on your radar screen, on your horizon, and you're made aware of it. All with perfect timing. The same thing with relationships. That soulmate, they may be finishing a relationship or, doing their own deep personal work right now. So with perfect timing, they're ready for their relationship with you. You can't force it. You can't speed it up. All this stuff is part of that turning wheel. So this is also the message of awakening and Archangel Gabriel. Do your own personal inner work while all those other things are falling into place. This is also very much a card to remind you to open your heart, open your mind to different perspectives. There's not just one way to do anything, or to have opinions about something. Those opinions and that one way that it's like driving the same way to work every time. There's different routes, there's different ways to do it, and each one has its own merits. And one may fit better for you, but it's also a good idea to try different things to open that perspective, to give you the freedom and fantasticness that the Queen of Fire wants to activate for you. So a change of perspective is very important. And honoring yourself, how you want to do things. Don't be a people pleaser. Don't do things, just the way other people want you to do them. You've got to honor yourself. Okay, so their message, very important. Diagonally this way, diagonally that way. Now these other cards come into play. We're going to start with the one from the top row, the Nine of Fire, which is more action. It is more, pay attention to that wheel spinning and how you want your wheel to spin and where you want your wheel to go. Because you've been doing things, the Justice card says pay attention to those decisions. Allow your past to contribute in positive ways, but what's most important is what do you want to unfold via your decisions for your future. So the Nine of Fire says as you do this work, don't give up. Protect what you've created and believe in yourself and keep doing it. The Nine says you're in charge of the energy. Nothing's going to be imposed upon you. Nine is culmination. Every place that you've been and everything that you've done has brought you to this exact moment. Right here, right now. And all those experiences and history and memories that have brought you right now have given you that knowledge and that wisdom and that understanding for you to move forward. How do you want to move forward? Be very thoughtful and deliberate in what you want to create right now. Spring Equinox energy. What are you planting? All right. Over here, new beginnings and emotional love. I think this is a card that we've gotten a lot too, which is really, really good. So this is all about allowing love into your life. New love just reaffirming existing love, new chapters in existing love. This is fantastic love alignment that, like justice, they keep giving us every week. So it's icing on the cake, and it's also what love you've put into this wheel and how you want love to develop in your life. And I know a lot of people have been doing some very deep work with love because Venus is retrograde. And also with money, they always show that one in. If you've been thinking about your budget or your job and all, that's Venus retrograde work. It's very important. So this is your spiritual growth and your enhanced intuition as well. Those are emotional connection areas. Your enlightenment and your spiritual connection and well-being is a completely emotional alignment. So allowing that energy to flow for you. This is also the marker card of a new home. If you want to move, then this card says it's a good idea. All right. Now we're going to go in a circle. We've got the Eight of Earth. I love these cards. Of course, the guides are amazing, but I love these cards that are so aligned to Spring Equinox energy that we're getting here. Eight of Earth. Skilled work is rewarded. This is like planting new ideas in your head. This is learning new knowledge. You know, knowledge that's going to help you create a business or advance in your career. Knowledge that's going to open up those fantastic life purpose, soul purpose, meaningful path for you as well that complements all the material, just got to make a paycheck stuff. Life is not about that. Life is about the deep, meaningful growth. So this says, what do you want to learn about? What do you want to study? How do you want to enrich your life? This is enrichment. And it's showing you that what you do well, so that skill is rewarded. And your knowledge is a very important contribution to that skill. And then around to the last card that's contributing to that wonderful diagonal support in the middle, we have the Nine of Water. This is your wishes come true card in the tarot deck. It's all the cups lined up. Emotional fantasticness. See all the jewels and wonderful, fantastic things just overflowing and spilling out of these abundant cups. So all of these cards, and right here next to the wheel, the Nine of Water says abundance, prosperity, love, happy families, complete soul and heart contentment that you also want to share with others. Those concerns fading away and you genuinely adoring your life. It doesn't get better than that. Passion for life. Passion of life. A love of life. When we are tapped into what we're passionate about, everything flows. Everything happens easily and wonderfully. And this beautiful Nine of Water is reminding you of that and aligning you to that. To sort of soak into this card. It's all that you want. It's all those happy stories that you want to tell of what all the outcomes, where the wheel is taking you. So what an interesting reading this week. I love the way the guides did it differently. And I hope you understood and benefited from that as well. I wanted to remind you of a few things. First is in 2 days, on Wednesday, I'm doing my first webcast, which I'm really excited about. This is to completely complement these video readings. It's going to be an opportunity for you to meet with me personally. I'm going to discuss all the energy. I'm going to discuss what you want to understand more about. It's going to be interactive. You can ask questions. I'm going to do a very profound, a powerful energy clearing for you, a meditative alignment for you to get you to get some of this stuff cleared off of you. People are carrying around a lot of gunk, and I'm going to be helping you clear that and, starting from a new space. And I'll do some little mini readings. All the information is on my Facebook page, and it's also on my website, spiritpathways.net. And I also want to remind you that I am absolutely here for you to help you specifically with what's going on in your life with a reading, where I call in your counsel and I share with you everything that is important right now. So you have the understanding and the answers and the clarity to move forward, to help you understand what the future holds and what's unfolding and what you need to drop and deal with and what you're interested in. These are your questions. So all the information for readings is also on my website, spiritpathways.net. Have a wonderful, happy spring equinox, fresh new energy week. And I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.